Have you ever thought to yourself, how much will those really cost? We're coming up to the Christmas season, and it might be tempting to dip into your investments. The biggest mistake most people make when investing is treating your investments like a savings account, withdrawing and depositing whenever they need it. If you manage your investments in this way, it's very difficult to succeed in the long term, and I'll show you in a moment how much impact that has on your long-term success. You will never succeed in investing unless you follow one basic rule. Treat your investments like a one-way ticket. Today we will look at why so many people fail at successfully growing their wealth in the long term by treating their investments like a savings account, dipping in and out as they need it. And it can cost you dearly in the long term. Stick around to the end. I've got a special Christmas gift worth $125 completely free. So let's jump straight in. You've worked the whole year to set aside some investments, but inevitably that month rolls around where the rates are due, the car breaks down, and everyone wants a Christmas present. So what do? There's just not enough money to go around. You dip into those investments that you've saved for all year. Of course you're going to be saving next year, so you can just pay it all back then, right? Let's have a little bit of a closer look on the whiteboard. Every investment we make today is a seed for potential growth in the future. So let's have a look at a market that is moving sideways. It goes up, comes down, goes up, comes down. Right? Let's say we invest over here, and then we invest all the way up. Right? Every month we put in some new investments. At the top here, let's imagine our investment is worth $10,000. Now if we withdraw money up here, that'll be coming out of the $10,000 as a percentage of that $10,000. But let's imagine the market goes down and it declines by 50%. Okay. Now your investment is worth half of what it was, so that's $5,000. So let's imagine you take out $2,500 again, right? That leaves you with $2,500 remaining. Now if the market goes back up, and let's say your investment doubles again, goes up with 100%, your investment is now worth $5,000. So by spending $2,500, you've actually spent $5,000 in the future. And that's why it's so important to understand the purchases that we make today, if we withdraw that money from investments, have long-term consequences. So rather than doing that, this is how I manage my investments. I have my regular budget, and that handles all my day-to-day expenses. So my income goes in there, all my expenses are managed. Then I have my investment ecosystem here. And inside here we might have real estate, we might have stocks, and we might have other types of investment. Between these two, the money only travels one way. I try to never take the investments back into my day-to-day expenses for the reasons we discussed. Now let's have a look at a couple of examples on the screen. Let's have a quick look at the lifetime impact calculator at Discover Done. We'll start putting in the tax rates. So let's say my tax rate is 15%. My capital gains rate is 10%, and the dividend rate, let's say a good dividend of 4% and fees of 1%. So inflation at 3% and capital gains we'll use a high capital gains of 25% for this example. Here we can see immediately what the investment growth would look like over time. So you can see we start at 10,000. By year 10, we're looking at 18,000. By year 20, we're looking at 43,000. By year 30, we're looking at 108,000. And year 40, we're looking at almost $250,000. So you can see how it increases exponentially, and this will change depending on the capital gains rate that we put in here. So if we change that to 9%, we will see these figures actually decrease a little bit. Same likewise if we put in a higher tax rate, which means we'll be taxed on all our profits, so we won't be able to keep as much and grow the capital gains as much as we would otherwise. Nevertheless, let's say in year 10 we decide that we want to withdraw some of this money to buy a house, for example. So let's say in year 10 we withdraw $10,000. This will now give us a good understanding of how much this is going to cost us. So you'll see the trajectory here has changed, and we can see under the opportunity cost here, it will show us in each decade how it could have made if we had left that investment in place. So by the time we have invested for 50 years, so this might be sometime in retirement, this $10,000 purchase back here would have cost us $314,000. Thanks for joining me today on this video to explore how we can better invest for tomorrow. And as promised, everyone on this video gets access to a free gift for Christmas. I'm going to give you this calculator that we just used for free, value $125. Click on the link above, use the coupon code Christmas 2024 gift. In the description, I'll include the details to download your copy for free. See you next time.